Hi all, this is the Mystic Osprey. I have a message here, a heartfelt one, and Spirit came down today. The Holy Spirit touched me, and I really felt a lot of what people are going through. And just so you know, last post, we're only telling you and clarifying what happened in the past, just in case somebody else was saying something else. You know, it's always better to know the truth, correct? I mean, I'm not out to bitch and complain and just poke fun at people. That's not what I'm about. I'm about healing and helping others, and I stand by that. It was merely telling you what happened and clarifying things of the past, and being that I couldn't even speak up or tell anyone anything because they were literally on my phone, and it was like administrator slash user type bullshit on my own phone. So I think I took care of that. Anyways, it's full of love. It really is. I really do care. Okay, this is for all of the lost and broken. If you consider yourself lost or broken and you don't know which way to go, here is the guidance from the Holy Spirit for you. It's okay to make a mistake. It's not meant for you to constantly beat yourself up and punish yourself. It's not meant for that. Devil. Or if you surround yourself around people that constantly remind you of your mistakes, then I suggest, 144 as I say that, then you should actually go and try to find another group of people. Don't conform to people just to fit in. If it's not resonating with your soul and who you are, then do not do it, okay? It will only end in disaster. You'll be used, you'll be abused, and people will make fun of you, especially sometimes if you don't fit in. It's just some instances. And you'll have disagreements more often, all right? Always surround yourself with people that resonate with you. It's okay to be alone because there's so many people in the world. Trust me, you're not alone, no matter what, even in the physical world, okay? Definitely not in the spiritual, you're never alone. But in the physical, it's not a good idea just to do things to fit in. Again, plenty of people. You'll find somebody eventually, and all you have to do is ask. Ask and thou shalt receive. Put it out there in the universe, put your order in, you know, and you'll receive it as long as you are in alignment for it, all right? Keep projecting positive energy because positive energy manifests. Negative energy cannot manifest, okay? It manifests destruction and stress. It's like whatever you put out there, right? It comes back around again. It's okay to make mistakes just as long as you learn from them. And do not run from these lessons. It's a very bad idea to do because it's like you have to face them eventually. And then when you get to a point in life where they're all stacked up and you ran for so long that you didn't learn anything, so you don't know how to deal with it. It's like, okay, lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. It's like you all of a sudden just run through life and you skip through all the lessons trying to live life. And then, okay, graduation comes and you get piled on from all of the other lessons that you didn't learn, and now you don't know where to start. And that's how you become lost and broken very easily and very sensitive, and because you haven't learned properly, okay? We're here to evolve our souls and to move on to source. And there are many other experiences out in the universe, I can assure you that, all right? Earth is just one of them. Earth is the melting pot. Earth is the school where the souls come and embodied human beings to work together, okay? Some of them are lizards, some of them are cats, some of them are bug or whatever, okay? Because the universe is huge. I can assure you of this. The souls, and that's like kind of like clusters of people, but there's some of us that are literally divine sources where we're channelers for the divine and guides and the empaths, okay? The narcissists tend to be more of the reptilian type, you know, or the bug type, for example. The empaths are a lot of the mermaids, by the way, aquatic, and so they're to see you try to see life in another way. If you find yourself stuck in a thinking pattern that is not productive, that is not positive, try to see things in another way. What the universe and source is trying to teach you, what are they trying to say? Ask yourself that. And in hindsight, it's always 20/20, right? I mean, you can look back and learn a lesson and say, okay, this is what I did wrong. Normally, can you see where you went wrong? If you went wrong. And then ask, what do you want? And I can't read that word. considering the options. What are the options now that you have in front of you? Especially if you made a mistake. I mean, there's always a way to fix it. God will always give you a way out. Always. It may not be the easiest way. So if you're willing to do the work and you're willing to take accountability, for example, you have a way out that is peaceful and then gets you back into the rhythm and the path that you are designed to be on. Okay? And either way, you must choose one path that will lead you to what makes you happy. And letting go of pain and resentment, okay? It only holds you back and hurts you. It can be hard, however, again, and you look at the different ways we all can only understand the world and others through a scope of our experiences. All right, and that's the personal. But remember, not all is the same. People cannot be fit in boxes. Not everyone is the same, and it's easier for some to categorize people into boxes. Especially, the less adept people. 3D people. No offense. It's just normal for some to try to characterize people and things into boxes. But the facts are that you must foster understanding on this and consider this fact that is it possible, because of your scope of understanding, that you must have mistaken the situation, you misread the situation. And more often than not, this is the facts, because you weren't aware of their scope and how they're feeling. You can only know what the scope is for yourself and what you're experienced, right? So just consider that maybe you were wrong, looking in hindsight, 2020. And for example, if you have made a wrong choice based on the lack of information or truth, and later find out that you have chose wrong, the only way that we learn is through trial and error, especially with life lessons not found in books. Stop blaming yourself and choose to make the choice next that fosters peace within yourself and others. Okay, you always want to choose yourself and others, especially if there's a choice to do something like that, but make sure that you're not used and you give yourself away. Surrounding yourself with people that are actually for you. In that way, you can trust that the opinions of these people are going to align with your path. Never just dwell to not move or refuse to make decisions. That only holds others up that are in your life path. The bonds and the people in our pathway, because the facts are that we are all connected in some way. We are social creatures, and God plans it this way. Plus, you may be stacking up karma, just waiting, okay? You have to make a decision. You have to make one that helps you and others. What makes you happy, and never choose just one for the sake of people pleasing, because that will blow up in your face, because that will open the door for people to use you. Wasting time and not learning a lesson, and never give your power away. Just to obey is to be swayed by another for the means and the wants of others. You are not living in your true purpose by doing this. This is not your path. Source Universe has already written things before you were born, and you instead become a tool for others. Are you a tool? Do you like being used by others? You could be a hoe and scrape the ground, or whatever. I'm not gonna get into it. That's something else. I'm not trying to be mean. To be used by others people's means, by people pleasing, it's like people realize that, especially in the world of today, and they see that and they end up using you. Like, oh, I know this person's going to do this because they've done it before. And all I have to do is smile and tee-hee-hee, and yeah, they'll do as I say. I'm quoting someone else, by the way, because I don't do that shit. And not on God's path, okay? Universe has already written for you your own destined path before you were born. Do not become a tool. And do not be part of someone else's story. You know, you can and will become the main character in your own story, and you really should be. You don't want to be a side character, do you? You know? Completely being removed from your divine path. Yes, alright. And it says, never give up. Have a general idea for what you want. Visualize what you want and what the end result looks like. But do not place expectations upon that idea, because it is nearly impossible, unless you have foresight, to know what's going to happen next. Some things happen every day that we cannot, predict. So that's why you do not place expectations on anything. But it's better to have an idea, at least in a direction, rather than, hey, I'm going to plan this and this and this. Micromanage this. It's going to happen like this, and then this is going to happen, and then this is going to happen. And you'll find every time, 90% of the time, that you will be let down and disappointed. And then you'll end up, possibly blaming yourself for not achieving your goals. It's just because of the way that you went about it wasn't necessarily the correct path, because it's 90% of the time having expectations based upon exactly what your life will look like and how you're going to do it and how you're going to plan it out like that, based upon, the variable of the unknowing. All right? And I'm not talking about going to school and planning this and planning that and taking this class, and then we're going to take this class and then we're going to graduate. I'm not talking about anything about book stuff. I'm talking about all about life lessons, and experiences, okay, for the people that just come out of school and they just get into the work world and they know nothing. I mean, there's people that are 50, 60, 70, whatever, that still don't know these plans, that these ways to navigate life. I mean, I have found that it is the most successful way. You don't necessarily have to accept it. I'm only trying to help, okay? So please, haters and trolls, scroll on, all right? Seriously, I've had enough of it. Especially if you do not possess the gift of foresight, you just simply do not know. People have many different ways based upon their abilities given by the divine. Not all are the same. So can you ask you can ask options of others. Opinions. Ask opinions of others, especially if they're empathic and you resonate with them. And they should at least direct you in the right direction. If you're lucky enough and blessed enough to have a guide in your life assigned to you, because maybe you're a new soul or whatever, then yeah. If plan to the T, how your life is going to play out, as I said, 90% of the time, it will fail. You'll find yourself disappointed. And I find that going with the flow, and it's not just a term, actually. It is, as just stated, having a goal, and then allow the fluid positive energy to guide you, and be aware of the signs from spirit and use your intuition. If you are not in depth with using the common empathic ability of intuition, it's simply go with what makes you happy. All right? But be aware of the people around you. 70% of the time, the empaths around you in the universe, spirit, and God definitely uses them to steer you. So pay attention. Plus, always go for something that you were wanting as a child. That is a baseline, because children are new to the 3D world and freshly coming from the divine, so that the souls are it's all fresh to them, basically. Ask and you shall receive, and again, be aware. Control for the ones that seek that micromanagement, all right, means simply as a child, yourself, your power as taken, okay, that's what it's saying. If you have the need to control and micromanage as an adult, that tends to stem back to a childhood wound of having your power taken, not being able to think, to act, and to speak as you wanted to, and they told you it was wrong. For example, you're a man and it says you can't cry. All right, that ends up becoming someone who bottles up their emotions, and especially if their power was taken and they couldn't do anything that they wanted to do and they were forced to act in a certain way, as an adult they become control freaks, I find. No offense, right? Just know that now as an adult you do have control, and to let go of control may be difficult. This is needing inner child healing. Be aware of how you think. Catch yourself and say, what are you thinking about? Okay, pretend you're on the outside and your brain is see-through and you can see what this person is thinking. All right. Take control of your thoughts. Set a goal, how you want to think, and then speak it out loud, because by speaking it out loud, it reinforces the memory centers and the programs of the brain in general, okay? And no, you already know what you don't want. You don't want to think negative things, right? Because it makes you unhappy. So you want to think positive things. So it's always say like, okay, I'm going to catch it. And then instead of thinking that, I'm going to change it and I'm going to think this instead. It takes practice, but then it becomes a normal thing and it's reprogramming of the brain. And possibly say out loud and to set how you want to think. You want to think more positively, like the glass half full, for example. What is better to think of than what you have been currently thinking of? How can you achieve to heal and be positive? And then positive thoughts equals positive energy output. And you'll find that you'll start thinking more positively, acting more positively, and then sending that positive energy out. And then you'll find that you will receive more positive things in your life. And that is the message, okay? That's the little lesson I had for you. I hope that it really helped. And that, again, is for lesson 1, I guess, of people that are lost and broken. This is how you start to heal and fix yourself and fix your thinking and fixing your life. I hope that helped, and God bless.